So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the next finalist, parallel bars finalist.
As we welcome the finalists for the men's parallel bars.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the finalist. İlyas Azizov, Kazakhstan. Erik Bagdasaryan, Armenia.
Uzbekistan.
Dmitry Batanin, Kazakhstan. Anton Vulka, Germany. Yehor Perepolkin, Ukraine. Bozhar Samatov, Bulgaria. Antoniy Trifonov, Bulgaria. Gymnasts, your warm-up time starts now. A breathtaking and fascinating final routines awaits us ahead because parallel bars, as you see, as they started their warm-up.
So the warm-up just starting for the parallel bars. Dmitry Patinin from Kazakhstan has qualified first. He took silver in this event at the World Cup in Azerbaijan earlier this year. Can he go one higher? Akrokon Temirkanov from Uzbekistan. Well, he'll be keen to have success again after taking gold in the steel rings yesterday. He's qualified fifth, but of course the scores don't carry through, so has every chance of a podium place. Daniel Trifonov from Bulgaria qualified second. He made finals in Croatia for the World Cup, but will have his thoughts firmly set on a podium place today. 8 skills in total. It's all about being efficient, keeping the momentum, not having too much on the elbow flex, but staying stylish, dynamic. Continuous transitions through the elements is important as well, and not too many of the little shuffles. 1/10 of a point deduction each time you do a little bit of a shuffle. But plenty of swing and flight elements and underbar and overbar skills throughout this. It's a very technical apparatus. Just going through their final places. There's a change to the original start list. Kerem Sener from Turkey not now participating. Anton Bulka from Germany, who was the first reserve, will be taking his place.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
So the warm-up is complete and we are about to start with the men's parallel bars.
and first, finalist, let's welcome Ilyas Azizov, Kazakhstan.
Ilyas Azizov from Kazakhstan is first to go. He qualified in 3rd place. Showing a lovely line to start. Single bar work. Good extension in the legs and feet, just a little bit perhaps overarched. Good strength there. A nice double pike and very solid on the dismount. Showed his strength, that grip all important as well. Very important to have the elevation of the hips. The swing to handstand has to be clear, but doesn't need to be held. You just need to look like it could have been held if you had needed to. So show that you are in complete control of that. 10 skills reduced to 8 skills in the new code of points. Pirouette must be included somewhere. Really nice extension, just a little bit of the overarch there. Very tight onto the pike. And a solid dismount as well. So he scored 12.65 to qualify in 3rd position. The 25-year-old is very experienced. 5 World Championships and a whole host of World Challenge Cups over the last few years. 13.1, so he has increased his score. Slightly increased on the difficulty, 4.7 up to 4.8. Often they like to bring their own chalk. As we move to Armenia and Eric Bagdasaryan, 7th in qualification for the 19-year-old. Really nice control to start. Good travel. Very straight line. Making full use of the bars. Just a little bit too deep on the dismount at the end there. His execution score in the qualification was 8.150. It did actually put him ahead of Zayatanov, even though they scored exactly the same, 12.45. The higher execution score always getting the placing. Good to see him qualifying for a final here. Got a 10th place in this apparatus last year at the World Cup in Varna. Was part of the team at the Junior World Championships in 2023. That was held in Turkey. He finished just off the medals there, got a 4th place. He certainly looked very controlled, very steady on the handstands. Very slight bit of leg separation there, but his difficulty was only 4.3 in qualification. Just a little bit deep there, meaning he had no choice but to do the step forward. So 12.45 is certainly the score that he will have in mind to want to be ahead of. That's what he scored in qualification. 13.1 the score to beat here today. But obviously still another 6 to compete.
All our attention for the next finalist, as we will see making some warm-up before his final routine on toilet bars.
Keeping the tension going just a bit longer as we wait for those scores to come in. Only 19 years of age, so really building on experience in some of these World Challenge Cups. Of course, a lot of these gymnasts will be travelling to the World Championships later this year. It's a 12.45, so that is exactly the same as he scored in the qualification. Akrokron Temirkhonov from Uzbekistan. He took the gold in the rings, qualified here in a 5th place. But he will be full of confidence after his performance in the still rings yesterday. Really nice momentum, very fluid so far. Remember, they don't have to hold the handstand, they just need to look as if they are in control, making full use of the bars with the travel. A nice hold there. And a strong dismount in the pike. It really does build confidence if you know that you've already taken medals at an event. And okay, it's a completely different apparatus, but he really has the strength for both the rings and the parallel bars. 4.6 was his difficulty on qualification for the 24-year-old. 12.5 was his score. Feel that it would need to be higher than that if he was to hope to take another gold today. 13.1 is certainly leading the way, but still quite a way to go. He certainly had really good form,
At the same time, we
keeping
see
those
that
elbows well and truly locked.
Dmitry Patayev from Kazakhstan.
This is a harder apparatus if you're tall. You can adjust the height of the bars though. Really nice fluid work there. That hold was very strong as well. Beautiful lines. Just a very little hop at the end. .1 currently lying first, 12.45 second.
He was
13.550, significantly better by more than a mark on his qualification score, and that puts him straight up into first place. Early days though, we have another 5 to go, and next up is the highest qualifier, Dmitry Patanin from Kazakhstan. Just a slight adjustment there. Makes a difference of about 1/10 of a mark. Keep the elbows locked. Very good control there, but just missed out and going straight to the vertical line. Had to make quite a few adjustments as he moves on to one bar. Very nice. Well, he packed the content in, the 24-year-old, but his qualification score of 13.2 when he qualified first, that wouldn't be enough to put him up into first place. Tamirkanov has massively increased his score up to 13.550. So the bar is set firmly very high for the parallel bars today. He's been doing artistic gymnastics for around 20 years so far. His aim is to be an Olympian. He's had great success in the floor exercise, having won a few golds at the World Challenge Cups over the years in that. He did take silver in this apparatus in the World Cup in Azerbaijan. It was earlier this year. So he knows what it feels like to be up there with a chance of a podium place. But he didn't look overly confident at times throughout that performance. Just a few little wobbles, needed to adjust a little bit, and they all add up. Had to work really hard there.
12.7 is score of Dmitry Patanin representing Kazakhstan.
And it's a 12.7, so real disappointment for him having qualified first. That puts him currently into third place as we have the warm-up for the last 4 athletes. So Anton Bulka from Germany will be going next in place of Kerem Sener. Anton Bulka was the first reserve, just missed out in the formal qualifications. Disappointment obviously for Kerem Sener not being able to compete, who qualified in 4th place. hopefully we will see him back again at the World Challenge Cups later this year. There'll be 2 more to go, one in France and one in Hungary, both in September. And of course, the World Championships in Jakarta, Indonesia, later this year. Always a big, busy programme for gymnasts around the world. But also so exciting to have the opportunity to compete so much and get used to being a centre stage. Here on the field of play, they don't have the spotlights to contend with that they might have at a European or a World Championships. That can take some getting used to. This is more like how they would be used to in a training facility.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Always slightly adjust the height. Important if you are particularly tall. And if you're representing Germany and you weren't expecting to be in this, well, you have nothing to lose, do you? You can go out there and absolutely give it your all, as I'm sure this 19-year-old will do.
and we see that athletes from Germany and Buka making their last warm-up because he's the first finalist. And under your applause, let's welcome Anton Buka, Germany.
And we are ready to go again with the last 4. 13.550 is the score to beat. Anton Bolker from Germany. First reserve moving up to take the limelight in this final. What a moment for him, his first international final. Just needs to keep it steady. Lovely line, but just a little adjustment there. Missing the line there. Back up to the handstand. Needs to keep the legs really tight together. But a solid dismount overall and experience in a World Challenge Cup final. So many congratulations to Anthony Bolker of Germany. 12.25 was the score in preliminaries, or the qualifications. Can he improve on that? I'm not sure how much notice he was given to know that he would be participating today. I only received the news just before the parallel bar started. Hopefully, I'm sure he had more notice than that. But a wonderful experience competing in a World Challenge Cup final. With experience builds confidence for the future as well. There he was nice and straight, just small adjustment. But here just missed the verticals, so swung back into the handstand to show the line again. Certainly had some nice lines throughout. And it's a 10.550. So has slightly dropped from his qualification score. Ukraine next, Yehor Peripolkin, qualified 6th. He needs to be careful of the arch in the back, that's better. Straight arms, that's good. Elbows locked, keeping the momentum. Very efficient throughout, but not nailing the dismount, which of course will be a frustration for him. Sixth in Qatar earlier this year at the World Cup and qualified in 6th place here as well. The difficulty assigned was a 4.8 for the 21-year-old. 12.5 was his qualification score. It was all very close indeed. Had the same qualification score as Timokhinov, but was 1 place lower as execution score was slightly lower. That was a nice line there. Keep the knees locked throughout.
So now we are waiting for a score of Yehor Peripolkin from Ukraine.
And the toes pointed. He was part of the team that came 11th at the European Championships. Didn't make the finals when it came to the apparatus, but wonderful experience to be there competing. But you can just see the frustration on his face from the dismount in particular in that programme.
Total 12.
It's a 12.
For Yehor Peripolkin representing Ukraine.
And into a 5th place for Yehor.
Let's welcome next finalist.
2 more to go.
Bogdan Zlatanov, Bulgaria.
Bogdan Zlatanov for Bulgaria. Qualified in 8th place. Went for a difficulty of 4.7. That was what he was assigned with in the qualification. Very nice extension in the legs and feet. Just slightly missing the handstand there. Had to adapt a little bit. Very nice. Showing really good strength there. Double tuck in a dismount. A solid performance there for Zlatanov of Bulgaria, and just his teammate to follow him. It'll be Trivanov next.
And by the way, next athlete, next
Good to see Zlatanov competing again in the World Challenge Cups. Haven't seen him since, well, for about 2 years now. And then he focused more on vault and still rings. Just getting 1/4 place in this apparatus when it was held in Bulgaria. So 13.550 leading the way, ahead of 13.1 and 12.7. So needing a 12.7 to have any chance of getting a podium place today. Nice and fluid there into the handstand. And a very good dismount as well, just a tiny little hop forward. Comes from Varna in Bulgaria.
And we see total score of
And it's a 12.3, so it's not going to be a podium place today.
Let's welcome
Fifth place.
Trifonov, Bulgaria.
And now his teammate Daniel Trifonov qualified in second place, the 20-year-old. Certainly getting speed into the swings, but showing control as well. And the double pike to finish.
And that was the last finalist on parallel.
Well, 12.8 was what he scored in the qualification. If he was to get that today, then it would be a podium place, a bronze medal for him.
So for now, we are waiting for parallel bus score of Daniel Trifonov.
Great to see.
We shall see
an athlete smiling. Whatever the sport is, just a little bit of a challenge at the beginning there for him and an adjustment. But I like the speed that he got into the swings and also some of the holds as well. Showing very clearly, just a little bit off that central line at times. But the view that we get here, it is a different view than sometimes what the judges see. But they are trained to spot everything. Nothing gets past the judges.
Power, grace, and perseverance. That will be demonstrated soon.
Lying first, 13.55. Azizov, 13.1. Patinin from Kazakhstan, 12.7. Certainly Tikhonov and Azizov guaranteed the medal. Building the tension, not only for Trifonov, but also for the other gymnasts in with a chance. No, it's a 10.550, a seventh place. He did have a few issues at the beginning, didn't he? And that is very much reflected in the scores.
Second place, Azizov,
as we get to see the final rankings. Tikhonov taking another gold, 13.550. Azizov, 13.1 for Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan, the bronze as well. Patin, 12.7.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the award ceremony. Please welcome the medalists.
The medal ceremony for the men's parallel bars.
ceremony for men's medal
Final short place and bronze medal winner, Patanin Dmitry, Kazakhstan.
Dmitry Patinin from Kazakhstan taking the bronze.
Azizov Ilyas, Kazakhstan.
Ilyas Azizov from Kazakhstan, the silver.
The medals are presented by Mr. Timur
Akrulikon Tamirkonov taking the gold, 13.550. For silver, it was 13.1. And for bronze, 12.7. Medals presented by Timur Abduvaliev from the Uzbekistan Gymnastics Federation, Secretary General, AGU Vice President and FIG Council member.
Please stand and show your respect for the national anthem of the Republic of Uzbekistan.
Congratulations.
For Uzbekistan, it's a fourth gold to add to their 4 silvers and a bronze as well. What a truly successful event it has been for the hosts. Some sensational performances.